Timberwolves continue their journey as they play an interconference matchup in this road game. Welcome to New York, home court advantage for the Knicks. You're in for a treat as we bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. So the Timberwolves will get the first possession. Gobert can't hit. One of the best 3-and-D wings in the league. Let's start with OG Anunoby, who excels from the corner.
And Kevin, about 45% on quarter threes the last couple seasons. So OG can space that floor horizontally. That's in addition to his elite defensive ability.
Now here's Edwards. There's the drive. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Mikal Bridges picks one up.
Oh, impressive drive there by Edwards. Mixing it up with the D to draw the foul while in the act.
And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. As outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
Back to Bridges. Over Edwards. Bridges misses.
He lacks defense there. He's going to see fewer and fewer chances if he can't bury those kind of jumpers.
To the inside. Hart. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Here's Conley. Here's Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
And good luck keeping Gobert off the boards. He has a tremendous nose for the ball.
Pass to Brunson. Over Conley. Brunson, no good.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Now here's Gobert. Brunson covering. And that one, good.
Right through the contact. Gobert's added so much strength since being drafted back in 2013. It's helped all facets of his game.
Here's Towns. Fires high post. And he gets that one to go off the front iron.
And he's not going to miss many of those, especially that wide open.
No, he's automatic from the mid-range, and the defense knows that. It's a mistake to give up a shot like that.
And the basket by Edwards.
Timeout. Oh, aggressive drive by Edwards, going into attack mode on that one.
And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for New York. 6-point game. And talking about the Knicks, GA, do you feel they took a step forward last season?
I do. I mean, losing in 7 in the conference semis with all the injuries they had, that really kind of set them back. They ended that game 7 with the Pacers missing 4 of their starting 5. So, no doubt, expectations will be high.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Jalen Brunson is a very cerebral player. He says he focuses on the little things. The attention to detail has made the game a lot easier. I know what I'm capable of, So as long as I keep working on my craft, keep the same mindset, only good things are going to happen for me. Kevin, back to you.
Good stuff, David. Amazing how far he has come. We appreciate the report. Timberwolves leading by 3. Here's Edwards. And the layup's good off the glass. 6 points for Anthony Edwards.
And don't let Edwards' position fool you. Anthony is built like a linebacker. That upper body strength helps him down low.
Oh, here's Edwards. To the miss from Karl Anthony Towns.
Gotta love the effort there. An undersized 4 who can really make things happen with that leaping ability.
It's stolen by Gobert. Here's Conley. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
Good awareness from Harden. Interferes at the right moment.
Towns with the bucket. Towns has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now here's Edwards. He has 6. Shot clock at 5. Here's Gobert. The Knicks pull it in. Brunson outside. Outside, Towns. Brunson outside. Towns wide open. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
He loved to make them pay for giving up that wide open jumper, just unable to do so.
Back to DiVincenzo. Cans it from downtown.
Well, you want to chase him off the three-point line. DiVincenzo able to settle in that time.
Pass to Brunson. Driving inside. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Now here's Conley. Randall down low. That's in there. Conley with the assist.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Their defense has been active and effective. We come back right after this. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And what do you guys think about Minnesota here in this one?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
You don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them. But not last year as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But, boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
Here is Edwards after the made shot from Karl Anthony Towns. And the wide-open shot from DiVincenzo. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And this is where the coaching staff applauding the way that Dante right now aggressively is shooting the ball off the catch and shoot. There are only a few players who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
How about the ball movement so far? I mean, the unselfishness, everyone here just playing for one another, and that can be infectious.
Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
A good read by Edwards, playing at his pace and carving out space for that shot.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. He wants to talk to his guys. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Now Brunson. He has 5. Not happening with that shot. He's put up 5 and made 2. Strong move inside by Edwards. And a big part of perimeter defense, Greg, avoiding screens. Some of the tricks of the trade in that regard.
Well, sometimes you have to get skinny. I mean, other times it's using your strength. A lot goes into it. Also, getting the cadence for the screener. It's one of the more challenging aspects of NBA defense.
Now here is Conley. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. A nice shot by McDaniel.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Yeah, just really pouring it on right now, trying to take away the opposition's motivation to keep competing in this one.
It's hauled in by Karl-Anthony Towns.
He creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go, even with the defense not really a factor.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Edwards. And there's the drive. It's good. Edwards got 6 points in the quarter.
It's simple, guys. Keep getting Edwards the ball and just let Ant.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, as always with Tom Thibodeau teams, they are level-headed. He said of his Knicks, we want guys to sacrifice and put the team first, but there has to be that belief. When your best players have it, your entire team ends up having it. We know if we stay disciplined, we'll have a chance to win. Kevin?
A very good chance, D.A. Thank you. Timberwolves leading by 11. Well, Greg, the Knicks have certainly brought hope back to the city of New York.
And it's been fun to watch. The fans are rallying behind this team, and it's not just because they're winning, it's the way they're winning. They play with heart and hustle.
Towns at the elbow. New York moving the ball around. And the dunk by Towns.
Plenty of power on that slam. Towns was not messing around.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. And Randall has got the ball here for the Minnesota Timberwolves. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Down low. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And how about Randall just collecting and absorbing that hit and still fights. To get a shot off.
The overall game of Julius Randle is impressive. He's gritty. He is in there giving it, Brent, his everything.
Yeah, Kevin, you think about that year where he averaged 24, 10 rebounds, and 6 assists. I mean, the only other guys that did that were Will Chamberlain, Oscar Robertson, Larry Bird, Russell Westbrook, Jokic, Giannis. All of those guys won MVPs. That's a heck of a list.
You know, Brent, Josh Hart has been a contributor at the many stops in his NBA career.
And sometimes you have to wait to find your home, Kevin. That's been the case for Josh, but he has always contributed to winning. And now he's locked into this role where he is flourishing. This guy has all the tools to go out there and do little things every night that help your team be in a position to win games.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
Payne can't hit.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game time. Gobert, the screen. 6 to shoot. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
And going back to his performance at the line last year, guys, 84% as a free throw shooter.
Pass to Sims. It's stolen by Gobert. For 3, Edwards. Good on the three-point shot. Edwards got 12 now in this quarter.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just spanning the flame.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Anthony Edwards has been leading the charge for Minnesota. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. And we'll be back with you shortly. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Here's Brunson. On the wing, Anunoby. For 3, Bridges. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Back to McDaniel. And it's off from three-point range. It's Hart on the wing. Bridges outside. Brunson outside. 6 on the shot clock. And Towns throws it down.
And this is what Towns is capable of. He's an incredibly gifted offensive weapon who can score at all 3 levels.
Now here's Conley. Hasn't made one yet. Pass to Gobert. Towns with the defensive effort. Knicks trailed by 17. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last.
Timeout.
And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Minnesota making a switch here. McBride with the ball. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Here's McDaniels going inside.
The man was wide open there, and Julius Randle understood the timing to get him the ball to get that score.
You know, Brent, when you talk about home court advantage, the Knicks have one of the best.
Well, New York is so electric, and just I have memories, Kevin, of walking out on that court, and it just feeling different. So the Mecca is back, and when it's loud, it is delicious.
Offensive rebound. Here's Edwards. Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
how about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
Inside. Pass to Dadier. He's looking for Payne and finds him. Hart, wide open. He fires. Drills it from outside. Hart's got 6 points.
Hart does a little bit of everything on the offensive end. He creates, he can score. This time knocks down the 3.
The Timberwolves working the ball around them. DiVincenzo can't hit it.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Scooped up. Hart. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Second effort there from Hart. No guard better at getting to the boards than Josh.
The Knicks have shot 2 of 5 from the free throw line. And that one misses. Minnesota leading by 14. Edwards, that's good. 22 points for Anthony Edwards.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
2 minutes remaining in the
And the Timberwolves with possession. He makes his 10th basket of the night from the field. He has missed 2 shots from the floor.
All night they've asked him to shoulder the scoring load, and he is not disappointed.
Here's Brunson. Gobert with the block.
And when Gobert is playing with this kind of aggression on that end, there aren't many better at defending it.